1. Understand why you failed and learn from your mistakes. After you fail, you may be eager to jump right back on the horse, as they say, and start the journey again. However, first, you must take the time to realize why you failed. Analyze the decisions that led to your failure to prevent it from happening again. When you fail, you often already have a good understanding of why it happened. However, be sure to take the necessary time to figure this out if you are unsure. The best way to do this is to work backward from your failure. As you work to achieve your goal, where did you have success and where did you struggle? Focus on the areas that you struggle with. Why not always the case? More often than not, you fail because you didn't put the required amount of effort to achieve the results you were looking for. This does not imply that you are a lazy person. It just means that you might not just have your priorities aligned with your goals or how you choose to spend your time. Perhaps you have too much on the go, or that you learned to be better at planning. Maybe what you were trying to accomplish took more effort than you were able to give or thought was necessary. In some cases, you might have even given up. When you recognize the reasons you fail, you have a better understanding of where to focus your effort next time. With that being said, don't forget the things you did well the first time. You did them well because you put in the required amount of time and effort that was necessary. Don't neglect them the second time around as you focus more on the areas that you initially struggled with. 2. Realize failure is part of the process. It is inevitable. It is inevitable that at some point along your journey to success that you will fail. In fact, the more successful you become, the more time you will fail. An important step to overcome failure is to recognize that failure is part of the process. Without failure, you would never improve, never get better, never question why you did things a certain way. Although everyone wants to achieve what they set out for the first time around, you wouldn't have much character, grit, or determination if everything comes so easily. When you realize that failure is inevitable, you also expect it to happen. And when you expect it to happen, you don't take it so personally if you fail. The journey to overcome failure and experience success is where you learn and grow as individual. Accomplishing the goal is just the cherry on the top. The journey to achieve it's what makes it worth it. 3. Accept that you have failed. Don't distract yourself from the emotions. It is important to feel the emotion that failures brings. You may try to distract yourself to mask how you are actually feeling. However, be sure to accept your failures and give yourself some time to experience the emotions they cause. The level of emotion you will feel will depend on the severity of the failure and the consequences that come with it. When you feel the emotions of failure, you can store them in your memory for the next time. Remembering the feeling and emotion can provide some extra motivation as you attempt to achieve your goals for the second time. And lastly, you haven't actually failed unless you give up. Unless your failure has made you decide to give up pursuing whatever it is that you are chasing, you haven't failed. When you are successful at achieving a goal you have set, you should look at this as more of setback or roadblock, nor failure. Failure occurs when you decide to stop taking action, when the setbacks persuade you to stop going after what is yours. That is failure. Everything else is merely a speed bump on your journey to achieving your goals.